So we are standing here at the intersection of Main Street and Washington Boulevard. Protesters who started at the Sarasota Bayfront at about 5 p.m. are now moving down Main Street and have almost completely passed down the central part of Main Street. They're heading toward Washington Boulevard. Florida Highway Patrol and Sarasota Police Department, bike patrol units and other patrollers are accompanying them as they walk east on Main Street. Now, if you can hear them, they are chanting George Floyd. And they are coming directly across Main Street. I'm going to move back here off the road. And they have stopped in the middle of the intersection. That's a pretty good crowd size. I'd say over 200 people at least. All right, I'm going to try and get ahead of them here so we can... And they are presumably going to turn right here and head toward the Sarasota Police Department. These protesters have been largely peaceful. I haven't seen any signs of them moving toward anywhere else but the street. So they're coming straight down the middle of the road here. And we are on East Avenue, which leads directly to the Sarasota Police Department. And these protesters have stopped and are kneeling in the middle of Ringling Boulevard and East Avenue. And they're asking for police officers to kneel with them. Florida Highway Patrol officer says he's not allowed to. Some of the protesters said this would be over. This protest would end if the highway patrolman came out of the car and kneeled. Some of the protesters are going to move on toward the police station. Hold on one moment. Making a quick change here.
Kneel with us!
So they are now moving on to the Sarasota Police Department and chanting toward Sarasota police officers on bikes right behind us who have been guiding them along this way. Pat Robinson is out here with the Sarasota police.
My name is Pat Robinson. I'm the Deputy Chief of Police of the Sarasota Police Department. First and foremost, I want to thank you for being respectful to the officers that are out here today. You don't know how much that means to us with what we're doing. We know that you want to have your voices heard, and we hear you. We are committed to making this better. We want to ensure that we are living up to our obligations.
Shut up! Shut up!
In solidarity with you, this is my patrol commander. We take your safety and the safety of our community, and we kneel with you in solidarity in that message. So thank you for being out here. Thank you for letting your voices be heard. And we're here.
Kneel! Kneel!
I'm good.
Shit's incredible. It's a lot.
It's crazy. Pretty intense.
You know, I do not know.
Who was the guy who was with you?
Captain Constantopoulos,
Okay.
Patrol Commander.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, absolutely, guys.
First
Thanks for
name?
being out here. Dimitri.
Dimitri.
Real easy to spell. Phonetic.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Good to see you again.
You too.
Once my boss, and I was like, whatever happens in protest, I'm going to be the guy taking the place. Like,
This is
bigger than?
big. I'll get to this side. Hey, not much.
It's very wobbly, be very careful.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so,
Good.
yeah, if you're on that front, I'll stay in the back.
Okay. Yep. Go figure.
Is it in that bag?
I did. It's with
Well, I got a trash bag on me.
I know I do too. I think.
Freaky, isn't it?
Camera's not good in the rain. All right.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Streets are blocked off. This shot's crazy.
guys using a lot of people. Make sure I'm looking back and it's all very everyone out here is saying that the main thing is have your voice in heard. Even all of the speakers that are out there are saying that
The community's trust the game. Deal with us.
Listen! From everybody here, from the bottom of your heart.
Sorry.
Sorry guys, just trying to get my bag here. I got a bag of equipment. We'll get back over there. I think this is just about to wrap up here.
Can you just put the first initial? What do you think of that? Who are you guys with? You gotta do what you gotta do. Put my request in.
You look up. They've got people upstairs.
People ask me to change my
There's more people coming.
I introduced myself, I introduced him, even if he's not around. Okay.
It's always because you gotta have the other group that agrees with you.
Before I
Alright, it looks like they are going to begin marching back to their to the bayfront where they started.
sick, dude.
Hey, what is your name?
Jobin.
Last name.
Battis. I don't know where she went. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Got it.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
Jovian body.
Jovian Battis. Battis.
I-S.
So J-O-B as in Victor. I-A-N. Battis.
Like jovial.
Joe Bugle with the N.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
How you been?
Cool. I'm gonna catch this guy, I think.
Yeah.
Good.
Hi, Carlos.
Hey, how are you? Hey, good to see you.
I just came to say hi. I'm leaving now.
It's all right. Okay. Good to see you.
It's on.
Finally.
And they're rolling because there's no SD, so it's just rolling. Alejandro, swing them and get the department in the background. We'll reposition him in a minute. Yeah, no problem. What's going on? Keep talking.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Are you guys going live with that? Or just, okay. I just want to get a couple of comments from him.
We're shaking it. We are changing.
All right, so the protesters are heading back down to the bayfront here. We're going to stay for a few minutes and talk to one of the guys who was speaking up front here and who is embracing the Florida Highway Patrol officer. This might take just a minute here, guys.
I like that, the stabilizer, so you can get mobile stuff. Were you live on
Still live.
Facebook Live?
Yeah.
I'm live on Carlos' Facebook.
Yeah. It's the
Drop my
Herald-Tribune.
Twitter.
Yeah. I want to catch this guy before I shut it
If
down.
he's got anything left in the voice.
Yeah, that was incredible, honestly. You see the guys up on the roof. I was looking up there. Okay. There were a couple people in the parking garage watching too, which is pretty interesting. Wherever you guys want. Do you want to grab them now or?
Yeah, I was going to grab them.
Okay.
Let the finish it in. I just realized that was Matt. His beard. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, for the first 20 seconds, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Nice one now? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Then I got another interview at 8 or 7:30.
Okay. And they said the roll is
we're
going
rolling
to
on
car
right
until 7:20. Okay. I'm sorry, I already got some cell phone video. Spit some hot air. Just wondering, my right arm is just...
Yeah, I keep switching hands. This thing gets heavy after a little bit. Even a little phone gets heavy.
For sure. Yeah, because I have them on Main Street.
Give it up to
Here, so.
Oh, just mostly been covering these things, the Black Lives Matter things, and some of the local police stuff. It's been busy.
so afraid of getting my voice.
No, it's all right. I think he's going to talk in a second here, and
So I get like a sentence.
then I'll probably shut it down because everybody went over back to the Bayfront. So
Did you hear about the Tampa group coming here?
I did. Yeah, I don't know if that's true though.
The Tampa Black Lives Matter coming, but like they said, just if they're coming.
Tomorrow they're gonna have a press conference.
I knew that. I heard
Is
there's
that here?
something tonight. I don't know.
That's what I heard too. I heard the same thing. But I mean, those are rumors. I
If you
guess.
guys hear anything, let me know.
Yeah.
Guys.
Sure.
No.
What's your name?
Alejandro.
I'm Perry. Meet you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ran into Anna and Ryan at the Tampa protest.
Oh yeah, they were up there. That's right.
Because we hadn't been covering this. I just wanted to go and feel like I was doing something. I just took photos anyway. Just for
Yeah,
me.
I wouldn't mind checking that out, but I was tired, and that's a long drive.
Yeah.
Go back and forth for that. We're hoping to talk to him soon. He's just chatting with the Florida Highway Patrolman, and we should get him in just a few minutes here, or seconds, hopefully. I will find out in just a second here what's going on. Andrew, I see your comment. Yes, they are. The group was accompanied by the Sarasota Police and Florida Highway Patrol, and they all came down here. And as you can see, they've had an open dialogue with the police who have been here. All right, so we're going to talk to Jovian here.
Background. Whenever we're just asking some questions. Okay? So we're just gonna start with. I'll hold it for you. You wrong?
I'm good. I'm good. You guys go ahead.
So first question, real quick. First name, last name, correct spelling, please.
Jovian Battis. Jovian. B is in boy, A-T-T-I-S.
And how old are you?
24.
Here from Sarasota,
Born and raised.
So talking, you're part of this protest, and you make some pretty impactful remarks. What can you tell me about that?
Just lost everything. Just been waiting for someone to actually love us. Truly. That's all we want. That's all we're about. Because we can hate, and we're not afraid to stand for what we believe in. We will protect ourselves if it must come to that. But we want peace. We're taught to love our enemy. And that's what we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do. That's all I know how to do is love. Until people push me to a man that I ain't never saw before. When we willing to let all that go, for real, it's where it's gonna get us. It's gonna end up dead. We can't stop the government, man. What they gonna do? We gonna bring in the National Guard? Then what? What we gonna really do? We stand up though. We ain't gonna let you come in our hood and let you knock it over, but that's not realistic anymore. It's a different world. We gotta solve this other ways. That's why we do love first.
You had an interesting talk there with two state troopers. What can you tell me about that conversation?
They were basically telling us that they actually do checks and balances throughout all the police stations. They actually spoke up on their side instead of us not allowing them to speak. They actually told us that they basically, without me saying what they just told me, they basically do some checks and balances, and they ain't putting up with any nonsense. Now, unfortunately, people still do whatever they want, and I may not know anything specifically from the police. I mean, I got my own experiences with racism in general, but for the most part, they're trying. They're doing something, and we're glad to hear that they're actually doing something. Like, we're happy. That makes us, at least gives us some hope, so we can stop being so violent. Because the only reason we get violent is because y'all aren't listening. Just like MLK said, I mean, the riot is the language of the unheard. And we believe in MLK, but 50 years, man, I don't know. Like, we're not trying to give up on that path, but if you push us to the edge, we're only human. There's nowhere else to go but the bottom. There's nothing else we can do. Like, we doing our best. You saw me, it wasn't just a Black Lives Matter movement out here. Even though Black Lives Matter, and we really go hard for that. Because we got a lot of people that died, and we definitely say Black Lives Matter with no, we don't care if you like it or not. Honestly, that's how we feel. We lost a lot of us. But at the same time, we know all lives matter. We know that. That's why we love you. I mean, look at all the people who protest. They're very beautiful people, every one of them. And they were black, white, Hispanic, gay, lesbian. It doesn't matter. We all united over one purpose, one cause. We became one voice. We became one people. And we all did it in the name of love.
And seeing those state troopers and SPD kneel with you guys, what did that mean, at least for the movement, or what did it mean?
So at first, I don't want him to look bad because he might get a bad rap. But when I went over to his car, and the way I was walking, it had a little, so it wasn't the most approachable. He didn't know, and so he didn't get out of the car because he didn't know what I was on. He said this is his first protest. The police said this is the first protest he ever been part of in 19 years. He never had a protest here. He said this is the first protest. That's mad respect. I could have judged him and be like, wow, you're not getting out of the car. F the police, F12. But instead we were patient. We tried once, it didn't work. We spoke, they allowed us to speak. We tried one more time, it worked. We didn't know it was gonna work, we just walked by faith. That's what we believe.
Last anything else you'd like to add?
That needs to be a big part of this.
A lot of people are saying that this movement is meaningless. And honestly, if that's what they believe, they're entitled to their opinion. It's weird. We have to respect it because they're a person with a soul and they're beautiful just like everyone else. But at the same time, there's so much that we could do here. Y'all are really completely underestimating your power as people and the power of unity coming together with one voice, with one mind. Like, we literally made peace with the police officers. We got to talk to them face to face, heart to heart. I ain't never done that with the cops. I'm black, I got dreads, man, let's be real. I look like a threat sometimes. Sometimes when I dress, people look at me weird. I look, and they still give us an opportunity. They didn't have to talk to us. They could have held everything we say against them, just like we hold everything they do and have done against us. But at the same time, we gotta let it go and move forward. I'm not saying we just forgive and forget. I want war too, don't get me wrong, man. We really do. We ain't playing games anymore. We really want war. It's over. But at the same time, if there's one little sliver of hope, if we can send out a white flag and make peace before we go there, let's do it. Because when war comes, everybody's heart gets cold. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. But if it must happen, it must happen. We're not trying to do that at all. We care about everybody. That's how we feel. We love everybody, but especially black people right now, because right now, they're the ones, we are the ones that are going through a lot. I can't say we're going through the most, because we don't know everybody's life, man. I heard a lot of bad stuff in people's life from every color over the years. I've seen a lot of broken souls that just need love. They don't need you to tell them their advice. They just need to love them. They don't need to hear no preaching. They don't need to even hear the gospel anymore because everybody heard the gospel. We know Jesus rose from the dead. We heard it. People don't believe it because look what we do. We're hypocritical. Look what we do. If we're going to check people, we got to check us first. Let's clean our house first before we clean anyone else's, before we talk anybody else. We have no room to talk as Christians anymore. Because look where we are. When we need the church most, where is it? I don't see any church people out here. I don't know though. I got nothing against church. But we got to check everybody. Everybody's getting checked now. Everybody's getting checked. If we're going to check them, we all got to get checked. That's how I feel. If we're going to ask them to humble themselves, we got to humble ourselves first too. Maybe people don't respect that message. I don't really care.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my man, for all that stuff. Thank you.
I don't know what just happened. Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,